I forgot to mention, but if you're not working in technical, you can always add another view here. Hit the plus button here, new pen type, and you can just choose geometry spreadsheet, and it's going to add that there. I find it more convenient to have it here. That's why I use the technical preset. Now, this is what we have. That's great. Now, we're going to need to make sure we close these gaps. I'm going to right click, and we have a polycap operator. It's going to do that. I'm going to disable the update point normals. And the next step we're going to be doing is making sure that we have the other side of the detail. Because if I make the references visible, you'll see, let me go to spacebar 3. We have all the way up to there, but we actually need this to be symmetrical. So let's grab the system that we had here, which is basically just the clip and the mirror. Let's grab these two. You can press Control C, Control V, or you can just use Alt. If you select these, Alt Alt, click and drag, and it's going to generate a copy as well. See how this works. And now we have both sides. I'm noticing that when I created the spline, it was actually aligned with the bottom. Okay, so instead of working on the curve, what I'm going to do is work on the alignment of the grid. Because when we create the grid, let me zoom in on the grid, spacebar 1, pressing F. So this is the grid that we have. And as you can see right now, the center of the section is there at the origin. So we just need to kind of pull it up. And the amount of pulling up is half of this. And we've done this before. Let's see if it works right now as well. So right click, copy this parameter. And I want to make sure that this goes up slightly, but not a random value, exactly this half of this value. So we can just base relative reference. I'm going to delete this. Divided by 2. And now it's on the ground perfectly. So if we have a look at the sweep, F, it should be properly aligned. Okay, as you can see now, the section is being applied there and not going through the middle of the section. So let's have a look at this. Spacebar 3, F, and let's make it visible, the reference, and yeah, much better result. Now let's see how we can actually subtract this to what we already have. So if we were to merge both things, so we have the hammer and we have the small detail. Let's merge the hammer with the detail. Now this is getting crazy, but it's just because of the normals, so don't worry too much about it. We can always have a look at this with flat shaded, and it's not going to give us any issue. It's actually better at this point. Now we can't see the detail. If you press W, you'll see that the detail is inside because we created it in the middle. Now let's, after the mirror here, let's right click on it and apply transform. I still want to see the merge, but we can select the transform and kind of offset it. We know we want to offset it along the Z axis. So let's hold the middle mouse button here and start pushing this down to the side. And there it is. Now we want it to intersect. Okay, something like this. I think this is actually a great value. 0.087 in my case. We just want it to intersect slightly. Having done that, we also want to make sure that we have the other side as well. So we can gonna arrange this. There are a few shortcut controls for you to arrange your space. Let's say I want to arrange all of these, make sure that, let's say, they're kind of all over the place, and I want to make sure they're ordered. You can select all of them, and let's say I'm gonna use this as a pivot. I press Alt click and hold A, the letter A, click and drag down, and it's gonna align them vertically. If you have them, let's say like this, and you want to align them horizontally, select all of them, Alt A, and click and drag to the side, and you'll get perfect alignment. Now, after the transform, we have this on the proper place. So the next thing is going to be to mirror this to the other side. Right click, mirror, not this, mirror. And we want to mirror on this direction, which is the z-axis. So the direction is going to be 0, 0, 1. Nice. We have on both sides. If we merge it together, yeah, this is going to work. Now, we don't really want to merge. We actually want to apply a boolean, and you're going to love booleans. It's kind of addictive once you start working with them, and for kind of this type of hard surface modeling is just amazing. Let's type boolean. And once you create the default value of boolean comes with the intersect operation, and it's not really what we want. We actually want to subtract. We want to make sure we want to subtract from input A. We want to make sure that we take off input B, which is going to be this one. Whenever you're going to be doing a boolean, make sure that you have some nice normals on your object. Okay, so to make sure we have some nice normals, let's make sure we have the smooth shaded on. Yeah, nice normals here, not so much. So we need to add some nice normals there. So right click, normal. It's going to give us some nice normals. Let's make the cusp angle to 30 as well. Yeah, we get some nice looking normals there. Normals will be important for the boolean to know in which direction it should cut. So let's connect this there. Turn it on, and it's done. Okay, we have that nice detail applied on both sides. Really easy. If we decide we want to change something about this detail, we can. Wouldn't be easy, it wouldn't be hard. Let's say we want it to be thicker. We would just go here to the section, and instead of 0.025, let's say you want it really thick, and it's done. You can even play with it interactively. Okay, we have a lot of freedom here. I'm going to put it back to 2.5. Okay, so this is looking good. We added the detail. Let me just hide the reference.